I was pretty amazed by. I think Guyer will win this game, though, fairly easily. I think they're really starting to kick it into gear. They've been good on defense all year, but their offense is starting to come around now, and they're kind of gearing up for their playoff run. This is the time of year where Guyer usually kind of starts to get it together, and with about 2 or 3 games left in the regular season, I think they're doing that now. And they should win this game.
And that's
easily.
A Thursday night game at C.H. Collins.
Yeah.
A lot of Thursday night games this week.
There are.
What do you think, Coach?
Well, I mean, honestly, I don't know much about either one of them. I have a hard time keeping track of my own opponents, but
fully understand that.
There's no doubt I'm taking Guyer. I mean, you Guyer's got the program behind them. They got the coaching staff behind them. I'll take Guyer on that one.
What do you think of Thursday night games, by the way? You've had a few this year. Do you
enjoy them? Honestly, I've grown to love them.
Yeah. That's what I've kind of heard from a lot of coaches. Coaches like them.
Give you that weekend off.
Fans don't like them.
That Thursday practice is really, you don't really do much anyway, first of all, because you have sub-varsity games. And then what we do is on Friday becomes our Saturday. So basically we go last night's film, and then we move on to the next opponent, and then I give my coaches Saturday off.
Yeah.
And so it's become I've gotten to the point
time
where I really like them.
Yeah, I'm sure. I think lots of coaches do for that reason. But
now it's hard to get the kids up and get them to school.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, next up, Lake Dallas Falcons at Lovejoy. This is a big game. I was talking to Coach Young earlier, big. Coach Michael Young. Lovejoy, a 13-point favorite. They're 5-1, 4-1 in their district. Lake Dallas can control their own destiny if they win this one on the road. Coach Young's pretty confident in things that are happening there. It's going to be a tough game. What do you think, Boedeker?
Well, you may just talk to me into changing my mind. I do. I love the quarterback, Ryan Depperschmidt. Their offense, that Frisco game just threw me off. They lost that game. What was it, 28-6, I think?
20-6.
Yeah. I haven't seen Lake Dallas's offense
offensive
like that
was unusual
in
for
a long
them.
time.
Yeah.
That just kind of threw me off a little bit about Lake Dallas. I'm not really sure what to make of that. It was a few weeks ago. They had a rebound game against Frisco Memorial last week, but that's a first-year program, I think. So,
we got some folks chiming in here. Amanda Young, Roberson, Lake Dallas, of course. Newspaper Steve, Lake Dallas by 7.
Well,
some locals.
It's a road game, which if it was at Lake Dallas, I would pick Lake Dallas pretty easily. This is a tough one. You talked me into it. If Coach Young is confident, then that sounds stupid.
Well, hey,
of course,
confident. Coach, you gotta believe. You gotta believe, right? Believe in battle is actually their slogan this year. Believe in battle.
I'm going to change my pick to Lake Dallas, and let me just say, Lake Dallas, please make me look smart. Don't ruin my record here. So I'm going to go with Lake Dallas. Ryan Depperschmidt of the offense, I think you're going to have a big game.
Yeah, Coach. As a head coach at Ryan, have you ever played Lake Dallas in
not since
game?
I've been there? No, we
should arrange that.
We watched Lake Dallas play. We watched Lake Dallas play Denton High this year, and you're gonna be hard pressed to get me to go against the local teams.
Yeah, that's
Lake Dallas has a good ball control offense. I think they got a great quarterback.
They do have a great quarterback.
And I think they'll figure out a way to win one on the road.
And as a fan on the show, it'd be good for the community. I know that Ryan and Guyer have been talking about playing some, but I get it. You want to play teams that were maybe far away or don't have a tie to the area. So
we'll move on to the next one. What is it?
Hey, Denton Ryan. This has got to be an error in the computer.
It's not an error.
68-point favorite. Carrollton Argyle Turner. Thursday night game on the road, Standard Stadium.
I mean, do I really have to answer this?
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ryan. I gotta know lots of coaches I know. Like, do you subscribe to any of the computer ranking services or anything like the Padilla poll?
I get the Padilla poll
because he has point spreads in that, doesn't he?
I think he does. I don't really look at that part. I get it because he's he compiles all the standings
Right.
every week, and it's easy to track everything as you look towards the playoffs and stuff.
Well,
but I think he does do a spread.
He does, yeah. I'm not sure what his spread. This isn't his, but 68 points. That's a big one. Who are you picking in this game?
I think I'll go with the Raiders.
There you go. I think that's probably a good choice.
Yeah. Now that will give you an opportunity to get some of the second team, maybe some third team guys in if you get to that level. That's probably part of the game plan, right, Coach?
Hopefully.
Stuff. Hey, Flower Mound. Now this is Flower Mound's a 2-point favorite over Marcus. This is a 7 p.m. Friday night.
Like I said, I have some stuff
Big
going on
local
this
game.
weekend. I would love to go to this game. I really wanted to. It just isn't going to work out, but I would love to be there. You know, I went to Marcus the year after I graduated. Flower Mound opened, so I didn't grow up with the hatred of Flower Mound. It was always Flower Mound, Marcus, and Louisville was the big rivalry, but this has turned into a pretty big rivalry. I think Marcus has pretty much owned it for the most part. We've talked about it on the show many times. Flower Mound went through a pretty tough time for a good while, and they're starting to turn around now. And this year they've been, they're the best team in that district so far. So, Coach Atkinson is their team's desperate. There's no other way to say it. I mean, they need this win. If they lose, I don't think they're out of the playoffs. I think it's really going to come down to the Marcus Louisville game. But this is a tough one. It's at Marcus. It'll be the crowd will be fantastic. But I can't pick against Flower Mound right now. I mean, they're rolling. I'm gonna go with Flower Mound. It's tough, but I'm gonna go with Flower Mound.
They had the upset last year. That was a big win for them. First year head coach to beat Marcus last year. So,
what do you think, Coach Henigan?
Well, I think both those guys are great coaches, great programs. We had 7-on-7 against Flower Mound this spring, and they have some really good players.
The quarterback is throwing for 5 touchdowns the last 2 games each.
And Kevin and them, I think, do a really good job. But I'm kind of like you. I think that Flower Mound's hot. Sometimes you just go with who's hot.
Got a little mojo.
And they're just figuring out a way to win right now.
Yeah.
And I think Marcus lost a close one last week, right?
At 1 point.
And they were ahead, if I'm not mistaken.
That's a 52-yard game-winning field goal.
Yeah, and Flower Mound on the other side is just finding ways to win, and I just think they're hot right now.
Yeah, I agree.
Next up, Argyle, 16-point favorite at Melissa. Melissa always puts a lot of good athletes on the field. That might be a little closer than the 16 points. What do you think, Boedeker?
I don't know. I think it'll be right around there. Argyle, a 16-point spread on this for Argyle means it's going to be, a pretty good game because lots of times they have those 70-point spreads and stuff. But, it's going on the road. I'm sure Melissa has been circling this game on their calendar. But I'm going to go with Argyle. I just think they have too much offensively, too much defensively. Melissa does have some players, and they're a good team, but I'm going to go with Argyle.
What do you think, Coach Yen?
I'm the same. Melissa, I think, has some talent. I don't know much about them, but Argyle doesn't lose much. So
they don't.
I don't have any reason to believe they're going to go lose this one.
Next up, Carrollton Creekview at Denton. Denton's a 17-point favorite.
Oh yeah, Denton's had a rough year. Coach Miller has had some stuff happen over there. It's been a rough year for them. They've had some injuries, but I'm gonna go with them to pull out this win at home, and I think Denton will beat Creekview. These are 2 teams that you've played already. I mean, what's your thought there?
Well, I think that Denton will end up winning, but they better be careful. I watched Creekview play Colleyville the week before we played them, and Creekview was up 14-7 against a far superior team, to be honest with you. 14-7 with 2 minutes left in the half, and then Colleyville bang onside kick. But then at the end of the third quarter, it's still only 28-21 ball game.
Oh wow!
And they run a double slot offense, Creekview does. And so if, they better be careful. I'm going with Coach Miller and the Broncos, but Creekview's got this deal. They can lull you to sleep. I'm telling you. Yeah. Because I watched them do it to Colleyville.
Those offenses can sneak up and bite you sometimes when it's something that you're not
and they'll
used
just
to
control
seeing.
the clock. And so, Denton will have to take advantage of their opportunities.
Yeah.
Next up, Princeton at Denton Braswell, Friday night at C.H. Collins. Braswell, a 3-point favorite. So this should be a tight one.
Yeah, I mean, Braswell's had, I think they've won 2 this year. I think they'll get their 3rd here. It's Cody Moore's getting things together there. They've got some players. They've got some athletes. They've got some size. I'm going to go with Braswell.
And I will too. I think that they're Princeton and Braswell are relatively evenly matched. I think Braswell's wins, they've overmatched their opponent, and a lot of their losses they're still overmatched in year 3. But I think Princeton and them are relatively evenly matched as far as skill and talent level. And I think Braswell will end up figuring out a way to win.
There you go. Win number 3 for the Bengals.
And last up in the picks, and Coach, we appreciate you staying on and picking with us. Fort Worth All Saints. I haven't been to their facility, but I've heard they have just phenomenal facilities. I don't know if you've ever been down there, Coach. Probably not.
No,
I haven't.
But they're at Liberty Christian. Liberty Christian, a 4-point favorite. Friday night, 7:00 at Warrior Stadium.
Coming off that win last week, going on the road to Midland and beating an undefeated team, I just think that Andre Washington kid is unbelievable. His numbers are freakish, and I got to think he's probably the best player on the field in that game. So I'm going to go with the team with the best player and go with Liberty.
Well, I literally know nothing about either one of those teams.
Yeah.
No offense.
No.
However, right. I'm going to go with the local, the Denton team. So we're going with Liberty Christian as well.
There you go.
We'll just turn into a fan like myself, Coach, and we'll go with the locals. So, well, guys, thanks for tuning in. Boedeker, I don't know if you got the volume turned, but I'm going to do a little music here. Get the kids that are still tuned in. Yeah, there we go. We got that going. Coach Henigan, head coach, Denton Ryan Raiders. We do have some parting gifts. Our friend at Sucklebusters, right here, Coach. Do you have a like a big smoker at the house or anything? Do you do big cookouts? So tell us about that. We're foodies as well. Do you have a gas grill? Do you have charcoal? Do you have a green egg? What do you do when you cook out at the house? I
have a gas grill, but I also have it's not a green egg. I can't afford a green egg. You're the only one. You're the only one that has one of those. No. So I have a what is it called? I don't know.
Weber.
It's not. It's a cheaper version of the green egg. It's ceramic. I know that much.
Let's see if I can put them
on the Komodo one.
And I'm a rookie. It's not a Komodo.
A Komodo dragon. That's a Costco model, I think.
I've been wanting to get into that.
I heard it's really good.
Try to get one.
I'm a rookie, but I'm gonna keep going until I get it right.
Well, hey, it's always fun when we have Coach Henigan or any coaches on live in studio. So we really appreciate that. Good luck tomorrow night, Coach. And you guys, if you're watching this on the replay, make sure you comment. Boedeker and I monitor this. Send us a message. Let us know what you thought. And we'll see you next Wednesday at 8:00 right here live on the Denko Gridiron Show.
2-1 Dodgers.
There we go.
See ya.